Welcome to today's Conduit Leadership Interview. My name is Jerry Bierman, owner-operator of Alluring Glass. I got Brad Miller, owner-operator of Ideal Garage Solutions on. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
So you're coming back for the second part to this, which is the first part we were talking about obstacles that Brad overcame, and I appreciate you sharing in your vulnerability there. So speaking of vulnerability and transparency,
Sure.
what are some of the obstacles that you're looking at that are in front of you that you're like, man, I'm not sure. I don't know how to navigate this.
Well, I think the biggest one would be the expansion of our business. We have so much business coming in, and the ability to absorb that over the summertime is a challenge. And right now my wife does the renderings, but we're bringing my son up on it. So he's learning the renderings, he's learning the operations, inventory. I've had him on the floor plenty because I think that's the best way to be able to learn the business is to get down in it.
Yeah.
But really just being able to scale that out and have the trust that I have today with my wife doing the renderings and everything, it could be a big deal. I mean, we could have a $10,000 cabinet order that if it's entered wrong, we basically bring it in with custom when somebody buys it, and we essentially just cross-stock it over to the job site.
So just to get very specific, not numerically, but percentage-wise. So if you look at where your business is today and you're like, I want it to grow 10% or 25% or 50%, give us some context around what's the percentage that you're like, man, I don't know that I can do this.
About 33%. Okay. I'm trying to grow by a third.
Okay, so where you are today, growing at 33%, scaling it, pushing on the entire infrastructure, inclusive of your wife and your son.
Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's 22.
Okay, so a young man,
Yes.
a young leader,
Yes.
Which is great. And so growing that 33% and not quite sure, which I totally relate to, is even 10% growth. What's that going to do to the infrastructure?
Correct.
Right? So what are some of the things that you're looking at is specific obstacles there?
So one of the challenges would be satisfying the customer's turnaround time for quotes.
Oh, gosh, lead times.
we do some pretty cool renderings of garages.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it takes some time. Another kind of constraint is my time.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite part of the job is absolutely getting out with the customers, talking to them about, they're all, oh, my garage is terrible. No garage is terrible. It just hasn't been treated ideally.
Yeah.
But the opportunity for my engagement with the homeowners, I think they appreciate that the owner comes out.
Yep.
Because as I tell them, I'm signing your floor for 20 years.
Yep.
I'm not sure how they'll react to not the owner or to a younger person or to whatever. And are we giving fair service to that customer while at the same time making sure that Ideal Garage Solutions can grow and capture the opportunities that are in front of us?
Yeah.
So there's my time, and can I bring Austin on board to be my substitute, basically, be fully capable and aware and cognizant and caring and all these things.
Yeah.
But then just the renderings. So as my wife would tell you, she never signed up to have a full-time job.
Yeah.
I've been the breadwinner since we've been together really with the children. And there's some work that goes into it. And who's going to do that work? Is it outside in? Is it somebody that we can trust? Because people trust their garage, which is their home. And we're coming in and making major changes. So I take it very deeply that we do it ideally.
Yeah, that's good. No pun intended. So that's a legit challenge. If you decide to scale your business, and you work 5 days a week and you scale, then you work 6 days a week and you scale, then you work 7 days a week and you scale, then you work 8 days a week.
Yeah.
I mean, there gets to a point where you just can't physically, I can't physically give any more. And Paul Boucher, I hear him in the back of my mind right now, is like, when you're training other people, which is what you and I are learning to do, is like, we got to train other people to scale. What are all the pieces that are, like a stone in the water has ripple effects?
Sure.
What are all the ripples? And so one of the things that you and I get to do, because we're in you and I are in the same men's group, is we get to turn to people like Paul Boucher and say, hey, you've done this before. We want to scale 33%. What are some of the things I need to be aware of?
Sure.
And then you and I count the costs and say, gosh, is that something I want to tackle?
Yep.
And in your case, you got to get with the vice president, which is your wife, and whatever your title.
She's the CEO, chairman of the board. Let's
no
admit
doubt.
it. Yeah.
No doubt. Good point. So, yeah, that's tough. It's tough to scale through. So it'll be fun, Brad, to as you and I are in the same group, to kind of watch you navigate that, and hopefully we'll be able to do another episode in the future of how you broke through that barrier.
Absolutely, I count on it, and I know that I can count on the tribe to do it, and team members, future team members, maybe from Conduit or wherever that can come on board and grow. My dream is to find, I would love to have 3 different franchises open up in different cities. If I had a young person coming up that was wanting to do and branch off and go to Columbus or Indy, that's my dream team member, that I can help coach them, grow them, and support them, and then watch them excel and have all the nice things in life.
Love it. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
All right, thank you.
Man. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, thank you for watching this Conduit video. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button for our YouTube channel.